At over 75 years old, you might think losing half your muscle mass is just a natural part of aging, something that can't be reversed. But here's the good news. There is a way to regain what you thought was lost. A simple new habit backed by research shows it's possible to rebuild muscle strength quickly and naturally. Prestigious institutions like Harvard and the Mayo Clinic have confirmed this. Yet, surprisingly, 93% of seniors have never heard of this simple secret. Most people believe muscle loss is a normal part of getting older. But here's the truth. It's not aging. It's a silent disease called sarcopenia. Each year, sarcopenia quietly robs millions of older adults of their strength and independence. According to estimates from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, about 45% of Americans over 60 are affected by sarcopenia, and the risk isn't small. Those affected are 3 times more likely to suffer from falls and fractures, especially postmenopausal women. The disease doesn't start suddenly in old age. It begins quietly in your 30s. But after the age of 60, muscle loss speeds up sharply. By 75 to 80 years old, most people have unknowingly lost about 50% of their muscle mass. You can feel it when stairs become harder to climb, when standing up from a chair takes more effort, when carrying groceries leaves you tired for days. These aren't just signs of getting older. They're signals of a deeper problem that even many doctors fail to fully explain. According to the Journal of Physiology, muscle loss is not just a natural decline. It's preventable, and in many cases, even reversible. In fact, studies show that many people in their 70s and 80s can maintain strength and mobility similar to people in their 40s. How is that possible? It's not genetics. It's not expensive treatments. It's a simple habit. Before we dive into what that habit is, let's take a moment to understand what's really happening inside your body. Muscle doesn't just vanish. It's broken down by chronic inflammation, poor felt layer movement, hormonal changes, and lack of stimulation. If your body doesn't get the signal to rebuild muscle, it eventually stops trying. And when that happens, everything from balance to metabolism begins to suffer. Here's something important to know. Every year, over 300,000 older adults in the US are hospitalized because of falls, mostly due to weak muscles. But what if you could reverse this trend? Not with heavy lifting, supplements, or surgery, but with one small shift in your daily habits. That's exactly what scientists at Harvard, Mayo Clinic, and the University of Texas have discovered. And the results are truly remarkable. One study found that seniors who adopted this simple daily habit gained about 3.3 pounds of lean muscle in just 12 weeks, without changing their diet or doing intense workouts. The real key here isn't working out harder. It's activating the right biological switches that keep your muscles growing instead of shrinking. Welcome to Back Porch Wisdom, where timeless advice meets today's science to help you live stronger, healthier, and happier after 60. If you're ready to take small steps toward big changes in strength, balance, and confidence, you're exactly where you need to be. Every week, we share simple habits, practical exercises, and proven advice designed just for you. So, pull up a chair and let's grow stronger. Now, you might be wondering, what is this simple habit that can rebuild lost muscle, restore your strength, and even slow the clock, no matter if you're in your 70s or 80s? It's called progressive resistance training. In other words, gradually increasing the challenge as your muscles get stronger over time. But let's be clear, walking more, doing water aerobics, or lifting the same light weights over and over won't get you the results you're looking for. Breakthrough studies from Tufts University and McMaster University show that seniors who perform progressive resistance training, just 2 30-minute sessions a week, build more strength than those exercising 5 days a week at lower intensity. It's not about how long you exercise, it's about how well you challenge your muscles, safely, consistently, and with clear purpose. A 2023 report from Mayo Clinic found that seniors who did progressive resistance training 2 to 3 times per week reduced their risk of losing independence by as much as 43% compared to those who didn't exercise. And a study by the National Institute on Aging, Nashville, revealed that just 10 minutes of resistance training daily could boost lower body strength by 15% in only 3 months. A critical factor in helping seniors maintain mobility and self-care. The amazing part? They achieved greater strength gains than those doing light exercise 5 days a week. Less time, better results, as long as you gradually increase resistance. This type of training flips the biological switches inside your body, the exact signals that tell your muscles, it's time to rebuild. Without that signal, your body assumes you no longer need those muscles, but give it the right nudge, and even at 75 or 85, your body can respond like it did in your 40s. And here's the best part, this daily habit doesn't require gym or heavy weights. In fact, the most powerful exercises used by super seniors are simple isometric holds, like pressing against a wall or holding a plank for 10 seconds, and slow, controlled movements, like lowering yourself gently from a chair or squat. Simple daily moves, like standing up and sitting down from a chair 10 times, wall push-ups, or rowing with resistance bands, can work wonders. That's when the rebuilding begins. A groundbreaking study in the Journal of Applied Physiology confirmed that even people in their 90s can regain significant muscle mass within just 8 to 12 weeks of progressive resistance training. Still think it's too late? Think again. Your muscles are simply waiting for a reason to grow, and this habit gives them that reason. But here's the thing. Many seniors make a critical mistake when trying to rebuild muscle. In the next section, we'll reveal the most common mistake that's actually speeding up muscle loss, and exactly how to fix it before it's too late. The most common mistakes seniors make, and how to fix them. Here's the surprising truth. Most seniors trying to fight muscle loss are doing it the wrong way. And it's not their fault. They're following outdated advice from well-meaning trainers or doctors who haven't kept up with the latest research. Let's clear up one of the biggest myths right now. Muscle doesn't care how long you move. It only cares how much you challenge it. That's why walking an hour a day or doing 20 reps with light weights won't trigger the muscle growth you need, especially after 60. In fact, research shows that using the same light resistance for long periods leads to what's called training stagnation. Your muscles adapt, stop growing, and worse, they start shrinking again. Another common mistake is focusing only on isolated exercises, like leg extensions or bicep curls. While these might feel productive, they don't fully activate the bigger muscle groups that are essential for strength, stability, and independence. Your body responds best to compound movements. Exercises that mimic real-life activities like standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, pushing or pulling. But here's the most critical mistake: not training to fatigue. This is the game changer. Research from McMaster University found that seniors who train to the point of temporary muscle fatigue, even with lighter weights, gain significantly more strength. What does temporary muscle fatigue mean? It's the point when you can't complete another repetition with proper form. It's the moment your brain sends a signal to your body to start rebuilding stronger muscle fibers. That's when true transformation begins. Another common fear is pushing too hard and risking injury. But here's the truth: not challenging your muscles is actually far riskier. Because weak muscles dramatically increase your risk of falls, fractures, insulin resistance, diabetes, slowed metabolism, weight gain, and losing your independence. And what's worse, the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to regain that strength. The good news? Fixing this doesn't require hours in a gym. It just takes smart progressive resistance, a little consistency, and a willingness to listen to your body. Here's a simple rule: challenge your muscles, not your joints. Start with body weight movements. Use resistance bands. Increase your time under tension. Focus on quality, not quantity. Even small, smart changes can trigger big results when done right. Now that you know what not to do, let's take a closer look at what happens when you get it right. I'll introduce you to real stories of seniors who have reversed decades of muscle loss, and today, move with the strength and confidence of someone 40 years younger. Real-life stories of super seniors. You might be wondering, does all this really work? Or is it just another feel-good theory? Let's turn to real-world proof, because science doesn't lie, and neither do results. Meet the super seniors. This isn't just a catchy phrase. It's an actual term researchers use to describe seniors in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s who perform at the physical level of people 30 or 40 years younger. And not just on paper, but in real life. They climb stairs without needing a railing. They play sports well into their 80s. They carry grocery bags with ease. And amazingly, they often outperform people half their age in strength tests. The story of George from Ohio. 5 years ago, George, a kind-hearted gentleman from Ohio, was struggling. At 73, he had knee pain, trouble climbing stairs, and even needed help standing up from a chair. His doctor diagnosed him with severe sarcopenia, significant muscle loss. Instead of accepting a life of dependency, George decided to try a progressive resistance training program at home. He started small, just 15 minutes a day, with simple exercises like standing up from a chair, wall push-ups, and resistance band rows. 6 months later, George wasn't just walking independently. He was riding bikes with his grandson on weekends. Even better, his health checkups showed his bone density had increased by 8%. His lean muscle mass grew by 4.6 pounds, about 2.1 kilos. And best of all, he no longer needed a cane to get around. George shared on our channel, "I didn't just want to exist for a few more years. I wanted to live, healthy, independent, and fully present for the years I have left." So what's their secret? According to a landmark study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, these seniors have one thing in common. They practice progressive resistance training as a daily habit, treating it as important as brushing their teeth. In fact, Some 70-year-olds in the study had lean muscle mass and strength comparable to adults in their late 30s, just by doing brief, high-priority strength work every day. And no, they didn't need fancy gym memberships. More science-backed success. A 12-week study at the University of Texas showed that seniors who combined timed protein intake with resistance training gained an average of 1.2 pounds of lean muscle without changing any other part of their lifestyle. One participant, aged 76, shared, "I can now get up from the floor without help, something I hadn't been able to do for over 10 years. Another study from Finland revealed that seniors who regularly used light stress techniques like SAS, stimulated adaptive stress techniques, experienced 40% less muscle loss compared to those who didn't. A study from the University of Alabama showed that seniors in their 80s, even those starting resistance training for the first time, gained up to 3.3 pounds of muscle and increased their strength by 35% in just 3 months. They also saw improvements in balance, bone density, cognitive function, and blood sugar control. Let's be honest. When was the last time a medication offered that many benefits all at once? Age doesn't determine strength. Habits do. These weren't Olympic athletes or genetic marvels. They were everyday people who made one powerful decision: to take back control and give their muscles a reason to grow again. 'Cause here's the truth. Your body is always listening. The only question is, what message are you sending? If you send the message, "I'm done," your muscles shrink. But if you send the message, "I still need you," they respond and grow. Now that we've seen the clear evidence, let's dive deeper into the science behind these results and explore the 5 latest discoveries in aging research, proving that this exercise habit isn't just good, it's essential. 5 powerful scientific findings about the benefits of resistance training. Now let's get to the heart of it. The 5 most powerful scientific discoveries that explain why this simple habit isn't just helpful. It's essential for anyone who wants to stay strong, independent, and energized well into their 80s and 90s. 1. Resistance training reverses anabolic resistance. As we age, our muscles become less responsive to growth signals. This is known as anabolic resistance. But studies from the Journal of Nutrition show that resistance training can resensitize muscles, helping your body relearn how to build muscle, even in your 70s. It's like waking up a part of your body that had fallen asleep. 2. It activates longevity genes. Research from Harvard found that intense muscle contractions activate the FOXO and sirtuin genes, nicknamed the longevity genes. These genes trigger cellular repair, protect muscle tissue, and even slow aging across the entire body. Imagine these genes as your body's emergency response team, but they only show up when you truly challenge your muscles. 3. It fights inflammation. Yes, inflammation is a real term. It refers to low-grade, chronic inflammation that accelerates muscle breakdown. According to Tufts University, seniors with high inflammation lose muscle mass 3 times faster than those with low inflammation, even if their diets are similar. The good news? Resistance training releases anti-inflammatory cytokines, your body's natural fire extinguishers, helping cool down inflammation from the inside out. 4. It triggers muscle protein synthesis, MP. Muscles aren't built during your workout. They're built after, during, recovery. Resistance training sparks muscle protein synthesis, MPS, the body's natural rebuilding phase. Studies show that just 10 minutes of structured resistance training can increase MPS for up to 72 hours, delivering more benefits than hours of light cardio. 5. It reconnects brain-muscle signals. The connection between your brain and your muscles is called the neuromuscular junction. After 60, this connection weakens, leading to poor balance, slower reflexes, and less control over movement. But research from the University of Michigan found that resistance training, especially compound movements, restores these connections, keeping your brain sharper and your body stronger. Each rep you do is like rebooting the communication system between your brain and your muscles. Imagine the power of combining all 5. More strength, better brain function, reduced inflammation, activated longevity genes, faster, better recovery, all from one simple daily habit: smart originals training. How to safely begin your strength journey. Now that you're ready to rebuild your strength, restore muscle, and slow down aging, where do you begin? Don't worry, you don't need a gym membership, a personal trainer, or expensive equipment. All you need is your own body, a little open space in your home, and a simple plan, one that grows with you. We call it the 10-Minute Strength Blueprint, designed specifically for older adults who want to train smarter, not harder. Step 1. Build a solid foundation. Before we build strength, we must first create stability. This means focusing on balance, posture, and joint alignment. Even the strongest muscles can't protect you without a solid foundation. Here's a simple warm-up you can do every day. March in place, 30 seconds, to get the body moving. Arm circles, forward and backward, 30 seconds each. Wall-assisted heel raises, 10 to 15 reps to strengthen your calves and improve balance. Seated leg extensions, 10 reps per leg, slow and controlled. These easy moves wake up your nervous system, prepare your joints, and prime your muscles for the real work ahead. Simple, safe, and incredibly effective. Step 2. Master 3 key movement patterns. You don't need 15 different exercises. Just 3 foundational movements that mirror everyday activities, the very ones the super seniors rely on to stay strong and independent. Chair squats. Strengthen your legs and core. Sit down and stand up slowly from a chair. Aim for 10 reps. Too easy? Hold light water bottles for added challenge. Pro tip: lower yourself slowly for extra muscle engagement. Wall push-ups. Strengthen your chest, shoulders, and arms. Stand facing a wall, arms extended, and slowly lean in, then push back. Start with 8-10 reps. As you get stronger, graduate to countertop push-ups. Seated resistance band rows. Strengthen your back and improve posture. Loop a resistance band around your feet and pull toward your body as if rowing. No band? Use a towel and mimic the same movement. These 3 exercises hit the major muscle groups without stressing your joints. And they stimulate those vital muscle-building hormones: and neuromuscular connections. Step 3. Train to gentle fatigue safely. You're not training for pain or exhaustion. You're aiming for that moment when your muscles say, I can't do one more perfect rep. This sweet spot is where transformation happens. It might be 6 reps or 16. The number doesn't matter. What matters is maintaining control and good form, then resting as needed. Aim for 2 rounds of each movement, 3 days a week. You'll begin noticing real changes in just 2 to 4 weeks. Step 4. Track progress, not perfection. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Use a notebook or your phone to jot down what exercises you did, how many reps, and how you felt afterward. This builds a habit loop in your brain and reminds your body that this effort matters. Step 5. Recovery is non-negotiable. Recovery is not a luxury. It's part of the process. After every session, drink water to rehydrate. Eat 25-30 grams of high-protein protein like eggs, Greek yogurt, lentils, or a smoothie. Rest. Allow your muscles to rebuild. Once or twice a week, add some light walking, stretching, or a Tai Chi session to keep your joints healthy and your blood flowing. Step 6. Consistency over perfection. You don't have to work out harder. You just have to show up consistently. Just 10 minutes a day can reignite your strength, protect your independence, and help you feel decades younger. Every journey starts with one small step. Start today, not tomorrow, not next week. And just when you think you've learned all the secrets, we've saved the best for last. In the next section, I'll share the hidden strategies that the strongest seniors have used to double their results. Strategies most people have never even heard of. Hidden secrets of the super seniors. Beyond smart training, some small but powerful habits can accelerate your recovery and muscle growth. Secrets used by some of the healthiest seniors around the world. Secret 1. Heat exposure. Think saunas, hot baths, or even heated yoga classes. Research from Finland shows that seniors who use saunas 4-7 times a week experience up to 40% less muscle loss compared to those who don't. They also enjoy better blood flow, stronger heart health, and produce more heat shock proteins, the body's silent warriors that repair and protect muscle tissue. Take John Miller, for example, an 82-year-old from Minnesota. John started adding 3 sauna sessions per week after his light home workouts. After just 4 months, his blood pressure stabilized. His joint pain eased. Most amazingly, he recovered faster after daily activities like gardening or walking his dog. John shared, "I feel like my body's been reborn. I used to struggle to get out of a chair. Now, I walk over a mile every morning without stopping." Just 10-15 minutes of heat exposure post-workout can help your muscles recover faster and grow stronger. Secret 2. Safe, intermittent fasting. No, it's not about starving yourself. Instead, it's about eating within a set window, say from 10 o'clock a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. According to research from the Salk Institute, time-restricted eating boosts autophagy, the body's way of cleaning out damaged cells, enhances muscle mitochondrial function, improves hormone balance, and supports muscle repair, even without changing what you eat. One study found that in just 12 weeks, muscle energy efficiency improved by 10%, without any heavy lifting or extreme diets. At first, George, 75, thought he was too old to change. But when he tried progressive resistance training along with small tweaks like sauna sessions, he gained 4.6 pounds of lean muscle in just 12 weeks, without any drastic diet changes or grueling workouts. More importantly, every morning he woke up feeling stronger, more confident, and more in control of his body. George's story is living proof. It's not about time. It's about how you challenge your body. Gentle reminders. You don't need to do everything all at once. Pick one habit to start. Add a quick cold splash at the end of your shower. Soak in a warm bath or visit a sauna 2-3 times a week. Try eating within an 8-10 hour window daily. These microstressors act as natural triggers, signaling your body to adapt, repair, and grow stronger. Remember, your body is always listening. Send it the right signals. When combined with consistent progressive resistance training, many super seniors report faster recovery, less soreness, and steady strength gains, even well into their 70s and 80s. You don't have to go to extremes. You just have to be intentional and patient. Final reflection. Take back control of your health. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're already ahead of 93% of your peers. Now the real question is, are you ready for the next step? You've just discovered how to rebuild strength, protect your independence, and reprogram your body to grow younger, not older. So ask yourself, if your muscles can still rebuild, if your brain can still reconnect with your body, if your daily choices can outweigh genetics, what else might you be capable of changing? Because muscle is just the beginning. What if you could improve your memory, sharpen your reflexes, restore your balance, strengthen your bones, and reignite your vitality, all through small, science-backed choices? Thousands of seniors around the world are doing just that. Not with miracle pills, but with simple, proven habits they choose every day. And the best part? They all started with just one small step. One shift. One decision to tell themselves, I'm not done yet. What will your first step be? Choose just one habit from what we shared today. Start today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Even a small step can create big change. I hope today's video gave you new ideas and fresh motivation to stay strong and independent at any age. But now, we'd love to hear from you. Which exercise or habit from today's video are you most excited to try? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, comment your biggest takeaway, and subscribe to Back Porch Wisdom for more tips on healthy, happy aging. Hit the bell so you never miss our weekly uploads. Thank you for spending time with us here at Back Porch Wisdom, where every day is a new chance to grow stronger and live better. Until next time, take care and keep moving forward.